Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't believe what we just saw out there, man, with the Bears. So embarrassing. Oh, just absolutely embarrassing. I can't believe what we saw out there. Oh man. What's going on, guys? Waiting for you guys to get in here so we could talk about the debacle we saw out there. I just posted my post game recap video and I wanted to come in and talk to you guys. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yes. Yes. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It feels like nothing has changed. All right. Yeah. So that was embarrassing, to say the least. I definitely thought there's a chance. Obviously, we could lose that football game, but to get blown out like we did, man, 52-21. Jared Goff, Amon Ra, Dan Campbell, they got the revenge. They got their revenge. Yeah, Jared, you're absolutely spot on. Soft football team. You know, that is what I have noticed so far through 2 games. And again, it's only 2 weeks, but this is a soft football team, man. A soft football team. It's going to take Ben Johnson some time to get this culture right because the Bears are not intimidating anybody. All right. I could start in a lot of places, but let's start where everybody wants me to start. Caleb Williams, right? Folks, I don't think Caleb Williams was the problem in this game. There are so many other things that went wrong for the Bears in this game besides Caleb Williams. Yes, he had an interception. Yes, he could have played a little bit better. Yes, he got some balls batted at the line of scrimmage, missed some throws probably, but it's like number 15 on a list of 20 things wrong with this football team. First of all, the defense today was hot garbage. I want to hear from Dennis Allen because what in the world was that? Did Jared Goff's jersey even get like touched? Did he even get some dirt on it? Anything? 0 sacks, throws for 5 touchdowns. Like he might as well have been able to call his wife, girlfriend, whatever from the pocket and you know have a conversation before throwing the football. I mean, it was that bad as far as the Bears defense. I mean, guys can't cover. Amon Ra is just destroying everybody in the middle, and then you got JMO going deep. And then Monty and Gibbs are just like, yeah, I'm going to take a turn. You can take a turn. We'll just rip off 20 chunk yard gains every single time. Like, what? The defense was horrid. The worst thing about this game today was the defense. The absolute worst. They were complete garbage. Complete garbage. Okay? And let me talk about Ryan Poles for a second here. Ryan Poles literally had multiple second round picks this year, and they are healthy stretches. Ozzie Trapilo, healthy stretch. Mark Turner, healthy stretch. Luther Burden barely plays. Kyle Monangai barely plays. Well, Monangai is a 7th-round pick. But my point is, holy cow, you are supposed to replenish the football team through the draft, Ryan Poles. And where is it? There are so many holes still on this roster. Like, Ryan Poles built the team where it's like the foundation isn't great, but we got all these shiny pieces, right? We got the receivers, and we got obviously the quarterback, a number 1 overall pick, and we got this and that, and obviously the offensive mastermind and Ben Johnson. Well, I'll get to in just a second here, but it's like we can't win at the line of scrimmage, can't run the football, can't be physical, can't be dependable. Like, I'm sorry, Ryan Poles. I'm not gonna say, it was an absolute mistake extending him already, but like that does not look good at all. All right, we got a super chat real quick. Let me answer this one for you guys. Cornelius Pryor, that was BS refereeing at the end of the first half that changed all the momentum. Yes, absolutely. I'll talk about this in just a second here. Super chat if you guys want your question answered right away. That was so bogus at the end of the first half. What in the world was that? So Isaac Tesla gets the catch, and he's inbounds according to them, according to the refs, and the clock runs out. They're not able to spike it, and it should be halftime going in, 21-14 Lions. Very close, very, winnable football game. But no, you give the Lions 6 seconds on the clock. 6 seconds. And they not only get a field goal, they get a touchdown. They get a touchdown out of that. Are you kidding me? Yes, Delirious 129. Momentum killing penalties as well. And the Zebras screwing up the end of the first half. I'm not saying that would have changed the outcome of the football game. But what I'm telling you is that changed the momentum of the football game. I believe the Bears, after that first half, after what happened in that debacle with the refs, with that confusion, we come out in the second half, and when the Bears were not able to score on that first drive, I was like, yep, they gave up. They gave up. The defense just had given up, and it was just not the football team, same football team. It wasn't. Now, let me take a step back here because I'm heated, and I want to talk about Ben Johnson. Okay? I want to talk about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is realizing that it is not easy to be an NFL head coach. Being a coordinator, it's a nice, cushy job. You get to call your plays, focus on one side of the football. Most of the time, you're not going to get the blame. It's going to be the head coach. They'll get all the credit, not the blame. Head football coach, completely different story here. You're going to get all the blame when things go wrong. And what Ben Johnson is realizing is that it is hard to establish an identity here. I just mentioned to you guys at the top of the show, the Chicago Bears are a soft football team. They do not have an identity. They are not physical. They are not a team that wins the line of scrimmage. They're not intimidating. They're none of those things. Ben Johnson is realizing how hard that is. Now, I say all that to say this. It is week 2. Okay? It is week 2. And yes, you could be like, Faj, you're going to come here in week 12 and you're going to say the same thing. Oh, it's week 12. No, I won't. I promise you. I promise you. Give it some more time here. 2 weeks into the season. It's going to take some time for this culture to get established. It's going to take some time for Ben Johnson to get things rolling here. But 2 things that I feel like I have a major problem with that did not get addressed that could haunt this team the rest of the season and moving forward. Number 1, the running game. The running game, I literally was talking about it, making videos about it all off season long. I said, guys, DeAndre Swift is not the answer. Him alone is not good enough for the running game. It's not. Him, Roschon Johnson, and Common End guy, 7th-round rookie, is not good enough. Ben Johnson's offense is predicated on play action. Nobody's going to respect it with DeAndre Swift back there. We should have upgraded the run game. That is a Ryan Poles thing. And also Ben Johnson. I'm going to blame Ben Johnson for that too because he had ample amount of opportunity to go out and get a better running back. Or at least ask Ryan Poles to, and they don't. This running game is going to be a major problem all season long. The Bears need to make a trade. They need to do something. DeAndre Swift is not the answer. It's not. He's not. Second problem for this team, I am very scared about the defense after what I just saw today. Very scared. All right? The Bears might have to just win shootouts at this point in order to win football games after what I saw from that defense today. I mean, we should be in the market for a cornerback, like with Stevenson looking like that, the injuries piling up. Like, it is bad. It is bad. So the running game and the defense scare me a lot. But it is still only week 2. Divisional opponents in the Lions and Vikings, who both made the playoffs last year, so we know these teams are not pushovers. And this team's just not where it needs to be. They're just not where it needs to be. And that's on Ryan Poles. The roster is not there. Ben Johnson deserves blame. And like I said, folks, I thought Caleb was solid today. Yeah, he had the pick, sure, but there were so many other things that were wrong with this football team. All right, I want to take some questions here from you guys. Please send me the questions here. Super chats will get answered right away. Let's go ahead and start from the top here. Jerome, embarrassing. Agreed. That was terrible. Jared Page, soft team. Yes, absolutely. They're absolutely soft. Dennis, they suck as usual. Look, until they've proven otherwise, I can't disagree. Andrew Hernandez, are we in 2024? I feel the same way. It's 2 weeks in. We haven't won a football game in a long time. But we also did face 2 division rivals. But yeah, I can't dispute that. I'm sorry, I can't. Jared Page, one thing happens that doesn't go our way and the team folds every time. Yeah, absolutely. The refs have been screwing us, but that's still no reason to just fold over like a cheap tent, because that's what they did. Cornelius, only 2 games. We have to hang in there. Yes, I agree. Just to bring some perspective back to us, realize that we are 2 games into the season. I believe we have the Cowboys next, whose defense is not very good. I think they just barely won a game against the Giants. And then we've got the Raiders, okay? Then we've got the bye week there, early bye week. Jerome, is it going to take time, Fies? Yes, absolutely. I am not ready to make a proclamation on this football team until at least Thanksgiving. Like, we need to at least give it that much time. Rico, you wanted Ben Johnson so bad? I did. I really, really did, and I'm standing by it. Now, look, Ben Johnson, the play caller, Ben Johnson, the offensive mastermind, wasn't great today, but he wasn't terrible. The reason the Bears lost today was primarily because of the defense, because of those bogus penalties that they committed, and because of the referees making those blunders. The refs is at the bottom of the list. I'm blaming the Bears first and foremost. The defense was atrocious, and the run game was bad, and the penalties were bad. Dark Cube 54, Poles doesn't know how to put a team together. Honestly, the thing with Ryan Poles that has been his Achilles heel the entire time he's been here is he just cannot get the line of scrimmage to be right. He has built the team outside in instead of inside out. We need to be able to dominate the line of scrimmage with the running game and with our D-line, with our pass rushers, and we just have not been able to. Ryan Poles has built the team backwards, and that's the problem. Saul Lopez is literally 2 games into the new regime that was bound to happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm telling you guys, let's take a step back, take a deep breath. It's 2 games into the new season. The blowout absolutely hurts. But what I will say is this season, I told you guys, I'm not being a hypocrite here. I'm not. I told you guys, this season is not about wins and losses. This season is about the development of Caleb Williams and knowing that he is the franchise quarterback and knowing that Ben Johnson is the franchise head coach. If we find out those 2 things by the end of the season, it's a win. Now, would I like to have more than 5 wins that we had last season? Yes, absolutely. But that's not the main priority here. Super chat from Twin Quest. Do we need to go out and get an edge? Absolutely. We got no pressure on Jared Goff. Absolutely none. Like I told you, I don't think his jersey even got dirt on it. We absolutely need to go out and get an edge. We need an edge. We need another running back. We might need another corner. Yeah. Josh G, at least we got Rome Odunze. Yeah, Rome was the lone bright spot on this team. Now, he did have a drop that I didn't like at the end there. But Rome had himself like a heck of a game. This might be the best game of his young career thus far. So, yeah, Rome was awesome today. What happened to your guy Fives, Robert Byington? Look, I mentioned to you guys, Caleb was okay, nothing special, but the game just got away from him. But tell me, besides the interception, what bad plays were there that Caleb made? Derek Lee Fives, I'm tired, man. Just tired of the same old Bears. I feel you, but let's just be a little bit more patient here. Please, Please, guys, just give us till at least Thanksgiving here. I can't just give up on Ben Johnson and this team that quickly. I can't. Kyle Black, the roster just isn't there. That's on polls. This roster definitely has some glaring issues for sure. For sure. It's going to be a long season. Alan D, yes, agreed, but hopefully things turn around. Judith, please tell me, where was Moore? DJ Moore, yeah. I mean, this was the Roma Dunze show. DJ was taking a little bit of a back seat here. So, yeah. David E, when do they even get a win playing like this? Well, we do play the Saints this year. Last time I checked. We play, let's see if I can get this right. I can't believe we're at this point. Week 2, we're looking for wins here. We play the Saints in week 7. Yes, 7. And we play the Giants in week 10, though they should be formidable. We played the Browns in week 15. So there you have it. If we win 7 games, it's a win season. Sure, like I told you, for me, not about wins and losses. It's about Caleb. Andrew H. Caleb is a problem, not a good problem. No, he's not. Sorry. Can't convince me that he was the problem in this game. Jared Page, Buttersoft, absolutely. This team was weak, soft. Just Ben Johnson needs to get this culture right, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Dark Cube Bears were 30th in pressure rate last week, and Goff had all day to throw. All day. The defense was abysmal. Caleb is not the problem. He and the O-line would have played better defense. Yeah. Did Caleb give up 51 points? I'm sorry. Did Caleb give up 51? Because last time I checked, he doesn't play defense. Now, again, the Bears only put up 21 points, which isn't great, but it's better than giving up 51 points. Sonic and Knuckles destroyed the defense, David E. Yeah. I mean, everybody. Like, the Lions were just going nuts. Free Smoke Matt Faj, you were campaigning for this team for the longest. No excuses. I was. We're 2 weeks in. Are we ready to give up on the season? 2 weeks in? I think I deserve a little bit more of a leeway than that. Easy to say 2 weeks in, but like, if we're talking about building a team, an identity, a culture, this thing's going to take a little bit of time, guys. We can't expect things to be right 2 weeks in. Now, you can absolutely expect to not get blown out, get the doors blown off you. That is absolutely a fair ask, but this thing's going to take a little bit of time. Big Doink is actually insane how badly that went. The fact that we can't get out of whatever slump this is screams cursed franchise to me. I hear you. Like, it feels like the Bears are cursed at this point, but look, there's nowhere to go but up at this point. We have faced 2 really good teams. The Lions and the Vikings are good football teams. All right, they're division rivals. And the thing with the Lions in this game, like, I should have known this. I'm dumb for picking the Bears to win this game because the Lions probably had this game circled since Ben Johnson left. This was not a revenge game for Ben Johnson because he left the Lions willingly. This was a revenge game for the Lions because they didn't want Ben Johnson to leave, and he did. So they had this game circled on their calendar all off season long. They couldn't wait to put it on Ben Johnson's head. Amon Ra was talking about it on his podcast. I'm sure Dan Campbell wanted to, crush Ben Johnson. Obviously, after they lost at Packers last week, same thing. So, yeah, I totally feel like that played a part in it for sure. David E. Johnson got out-coached again, even if his roster's lacking. Yeah, he definitely did. Ben Johnson got out-coached. It's going to take this man a little bit of time to get his footing. He's realizing it's not easy to be an NFL head coach. It's not. ATF, Caleb checks out if things don't go his way. I feel like people are referring to him smiling on the bench when the Bears were down a lot. Look, folks, I'm sorry. Caleb's not the problem right now. He's not. Ematic, Caleb Williams is a bust. Bears are who they are. Life goes on. Caleb Williams is not the problem with this team right now. Please. Please. Swift looked decent until the fumble, but there's nothing else. Absolutely. This is what needs to happen here. DeAndre Swift, Brian Poles needs to realize him and Ben Johnson, they need to sit down and realize they need to get a better running game. They need to trade for a running back because this running game is just not good enough for DeAndre Swift, and they need to figure out something about the defense. I can't believe the running back situation, though, because I literally was like hammering my desk every single day about this. And you guys were getting mad at me saying, Fies, like, trust Ben Johnson on this. No, I trust Ben Johnson a lot, but this one was a glaring hole, a glaring weakness. How can you run the damn football effectively, set up play action, if your main running back is DeAndre Swift? How can you do that? You can't. You can't. You can't. Yes, Nick Chubb was available. I'm not saying Nick Chubb comes in here, changes life, but I think he would have given us a little bit more juice. Tell me how much it would have helped to have a short yardage back, a big back, a power back when we are literally trying to QB sneak. Twice. We just need to pick up a yard. A yard. We can't do that. It would have helped to have a nice running back, a powerful running back. Yeah. Plenty of running backs to draft, and we waited until 7th round to draft. Went absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Jerome Dadu, it is on Ryan Poles 100%. Yeah, Ryan Poles is going to deserve a lot of blame here. A lot of blame here. So in order of blame, let's play the blame game here. And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. In order of blame, number 1, the defense. Okay, number 2, Ryan Poles for putting together this defense and this running game. Number 3, I would say Ben Johnson. If I'm already including the defense, then I'll say Ben Johnson. And then at 4, I put Caleb there. Okay? John Holland, Cowboys are going to stop us next week. I don't know if I can pick the Bears to win another game until they actually win another game. The Cowboys just barely beat the Lions today. They just barely beat the Giants today. So can't act like they're a world beater here, but yeah. 0-5 start to the season, looking like a very real possibility. Do you mean 0-4? We have a bye week, week 5. Yeah, Cowboys and Raiders, they don't scare me, but obviously right now, the Bears don't scare anybody. You know? Man, you guys are letting me have it in the comments. Santana Tart, Caleb Williams is garbage and overrated. Now I finally see it. Whoa. I know we're unhappy, guys, but these takes are just not it. Caleb is a bust. Charlie Kim. Caleb was not great today, but he was not the problem. Did he give up 51 points? Are we watching the same game here? Oh, my goodness. Jerome, I think Rome will be wide receiver 1 instead of DJ. I agree. Rome has been Rome, to me, obviously had his best game today. And he has been looking better than DJ Moore. Yeah, DJ Moore, ever since he got paid, man, he's been not great. Not great. All right, guys. Super chat here. A couple more questions. Siobhan, day 1, relax, people, nothing instance. I agree. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, give it more time than just 2 weeks, please. Please. Like, it's just been 2 weeks. You know what I will say, though, that I'm really annoyed about is the fact that Caleb's literally only gotten – his stats have kind of been pedestrian, but the passing yardage, man, I thought it'd be a lot higher, 210 and 207 through 2 games. Like, again, 2 good defenses, but still. Well, this team needs more than a running back. They need a running back. They need an edge rusher. They need a cornerback. They need Left tackle. They need a new GM potentially. Trade for Pierce. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna make a video this week talking about potential running backs we could trade for. Why didn't we use Roshan Matthew? And I totally agree. Ben Johnson is such a trust guy that he's not going to put anybody out there that he doesn't trust. So Roshan's missed a lot of time. That's why he probably didn't want to keep him out there or use him. But yeah, so I definitely will make a video talking about the guys that we could potentially trade for. $100 million invested in the O-line, LMFAO, Bears fan for life. I wonder what Ryan Poles is thinking right now, man. Ryan Poles like, I haven't gotten a win in like a year at this point. It's been, 300 plus days? Like, week 5 last year? Like, since the Commanders lost, it's been 10 straight and then 2 losses this year. Holy cow. Matthew N. need a new GM to reset the team and rebuild this team. Let Ben bring in a veteran QB next year and get a guy to sit behind a year or two. Whoa, 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 whoa. Getting really ahead of ourselves here. Talk to me after Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving. Dylan, Hoffman, Caleb ain't the problem. Agreed. O-line needs help. Defense is weak. Well, how many second-round picks even suited up today? Poles draft picks have stuff. I totally agree. What the hell are we drafting for if we can't use them on game day? Ozzie Trapilo was supposed to be a starting lineman. He's getting healthy scratch. Shamar Turner should have been able to help out this defense. He's getting healthy scratch. What in the world is going on with our draft picks? Terrible. How are you guys all blaming Caleb? Like, Caleb wasn't great, but holy cow. Oh, yeah, we did beat the Packers. We did. You're right. We did beat the Packers last year. I forgot about that. But my goodness, Pole Sox, Optimus Principus, yeah. Man, oh man. Nobody is more annoyed right now than Ben Johnson. Let's see what he does to respond. Let's see what he does. I'm very curious. I'm very curious, guys. You got the Cowboys on deck next week, then the Raiders. You go into the bye week 0-4, and it's going to feel like the sky is falling down. You got to be able to get one or at least one win, but more likely 2. And if you go into the bye week 2-2, now, at least you have some breathing room there. At least it doesn't feel like the world is ending. But my goodness, you think Ben Johnson is realizing how hard it is to be a head coach in this league? Yeah, I think he is. We got a super chat here, Zane Gray. We beat the Packers at the end of last year. It hasn't been a year, regardless, abysmal year. You're right about that. You're right. We did beat the Packers, but the wins have not obviously been easy. It's been terrible, abysmal. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Obviously, I'm very disappointed in how the Ben Johnson era has started for the Chicago Bears. But I'm being very honest. I can't make any sort of proclamations right now when we're just 2 weeks into the season. I need more of a sample size. I do. I'm sorry. You got Ben Johnson signed to a 5-year contract. You got a number 1 overall pick in Caleb Williams. They deserve more than a year in 2 games. And honestly speaking, I've said it before, it's not an excuse. It's Caleb's rookie year. Bears are going to the bye week 0-4. Oh, boy. That would be abysmal. That would be abysmal. Reverse topics 0-4. Yeah. Oh, man. A lot of things to correct here, guys. A lot of things to correct here. I will probably have some content out, but stick with me here. This is the part of fandom that makes getting back to the top worth it. This is the part of the fandom because without the rain, sun doesn't feel as good, right? And boy, it's been raining for a minute. It's been raining for a while. Super chat here, Cornelius. Going into the draft, we had so many good draft picks and Poles F's it up. I totally agree. Ryan Poles deserves so much blame for how bad these draft picks have looked thus far. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ryan Poles could have addressed so many holes on this team, and yet we're not able to address most of any of them. I mean, if you think about it from this year's draft, who is it that we, you know, it's 2 games in, but nobody's really made an impact. It's bad. It's bad. Polo Dungy, it's Ben's first season as a head coach. We got to be patient. No excuses for the blah, but this won't be an overnight fix, but believe it, they will eventually click. Thank you, Polo. I need that positivity. I need that. Thank you so much. Guys, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a night, overnight. These things will take time. 2 games is way too short. I know, obviously every game means a lot, but this season, I've said it before, is not about wins and losses. It is about development. As long as we have Caleb develop properly, as long as Ben Johnson gets this identity, this culture right, we're going to be on the right path. But right now, it's not looking great, but stick with me, please. Please stick with me. All right? It's too early at this point. Rose ball, Caleb is too damn little. You know what I will say about that? I have never seen a quarterback as big as Caleb, who's 6'1", listed as 6'1", get the ball batted as much as he does at the line of scrimmage. I mean, my goodness. How many times have we seen that before? The tip balls are ridiculous. Could have had so many conversions on that. We had a bunch last week against the Vikings and then this week against the Lions. So, yeah, I hated that. So, yeah, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, the running game needs to improve. The penalties from the offensive line are abysmal. We need a pass rusher. We need more consistency from the defense. Yeah, it's bad. Paul Martin, I disagree. Should be about wins and losses. Niners moved on from Lance to Purdy without skipping a beat. Yeah, I hear you on that, but I'm sorry. Trey Lance is nowhere close to how Caleb Williams is. Trey Lance was abysmal. He could not play. Caleb Williams can play football. I'm sorry, he can. All right. Fast moves 45. Doug Flutie never had balls batted like this. Agreed. I mean, it's so bad. How many times Caleb gets the ball batted at the line of scrimmage? It's terrible. Barku Varur, Caleb's the starter all season, barring injury. Absolutely, Caleb's going to get the entire season, whether you guys like it or not. He's getting the entire season here. So let me do this for you guys, okay? So we got obviously the early bye week. We know that. I'm going to tell you guys right here, right now. You're going to get the exclusive on live. How long I'm telling you guys before I can make a proclamation here. So we got the Cowboys and the Raiders. Then we got the bye week. Commanders in week 6. Saints in week 7. Ravens in week 8. Honestly speaking, if the offense does not look better or much more formidable, we're not talking about the defense, just the offense here. By week 7, when you played the Saints, so by that point you would have played the Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, and Saints, 4 bad defenses. I will give you this. The Bears offense does not look somewhat solid in that stretch. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm hitting the panic button at that point because there's no reason you shouldn't be able to dominate or at least look solid against those defenses. Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints. Because after that, you play the Ravens, Bengals, Giants, Vikings, Steelers, Eagles, Packers. That's one heck of a stretch of defenses before you play the Browns. So I'm telling you guys that. I'm going to give it to week 7 here. All right. Super chat here. Where did you go? So I can appreciate the super chats, by the way. Varney Sell. I'm a Moore fan, but trade him and let Odunze, Burton, and Williams develop together. Also cut Stevenson immediately. He was trash today. Tyree Stevenson was god awful. He was awful today. I totally agree. DJ Moore, after the season, we could talk about trading him. Obviously, right now, we can't do anything like that. Sorry. But I hear you. He has been not the same since he got paid. It's not been the same DJ Moore. We're winning 4 games this season. Did I just give the 4 games we're winning? Saints, Browns, Raiders, Cowboys? I don't know. Fast moves, 45. Caleb had 2 TDs, and Ben can't be the happiest with Allen right now. I'm assuming you mean Dallas Allen. Absolutely. Ben's probably not happy with anything right now. Iron save. Caleb was holding on to the ball, jumping around for 5-7 seconds at a pop. Then he missed the throws. I didn't see much of that today. Sorry. I know he had the pick, but for the most part, I didn't think he was taking too many turnovers. Matt Gaz, 47. A lot of superstar QBs take year 3 to break out. I mean, yeah. I was watching some of the other games today on Red Zone, and, Drake May has a good statistical game, but do we get to play the Dolphins? He played the Dolphins. Last week, Bo Nix looked awful. Awful. Drake May looked bad. Got to give it a little more time for these rookies. I mean, my goodness, this is crazy. Is everybody just supposed to give up on the rookie quarterback already? I don't know. I can't. Joseph W. Ben Johnson calling QB sneak plays 2 plays in a row. WTF, he needs to learn his QB. I liked going for it. 2 QB sneaks. I didn't hate that. That's on Caleb more than it is Ben Johnson. And also it's on Ryan Poles because we don't have a power running back. Point blank period. All right, guys. A lot to dissect here, a lot to talk about. I appreciate you guys hopping in live with me, man. Stick with me, please. We're going to turn this thing around, and it's going to feel so much better. Week 7. Got 4 defenses that are not scary. Week 7. I think we're going to see things turn around by then. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. More lives coming out into this week. And as always, talk soon.